Hey everybody, Klesso here. I got something good. I wanted to share it with everybody. I've been climbing with the Raddus lately in Fleet Arena, and I wanted to show you guys how to do it. A lot of people are going to be getting their Raddus at 7-star very shortly. I did it a little early. I bought the shards to get it done, and I've been climbing with it in Arena the last couple days, and I think I've got it down pretty darn good, and I thought it'd be neat to show you guys. So I'll show you my climb from today, and let's just get started. I chose to go after the Negotiator first. This is the lineup I'm using with Houndstooth and then the Resistance ships, but save the Raised Millennium Falcon for the first reinforcement. And I like the Ebon Hawk, Gauntlet Starfighter. Those are good reinforcements. Gauntlet Starfighter is amazing, even if it's not that built up. It's a great reinforcement. So here's the thing. You're going to go after, get your first big hit. You're always going to outspeed the opposing team with Poe. Get that big hit on Jedi Knight Anakin. Hopefully you can get him down into the yellow. If not, you'll get one of these AoEs. That's fine. We're going to remove all the buffs with the second special ability. Now we can get rid of this taunt. And the trick with this is you'll notice that both resistance ships have foresight. So you want to use their special abilities every single time they have foresight, and that will reduce the cooldown on the Raddus's ultimate. And once you get there, it's pretty much over. So we're just using the special abilities anytime we can. And you're going to bring in Raised Millennium Falcon. Now use the second ability on Houndstooth. Another big hit here. Now we're going to do the AoE, take out Jedi Knight Anakin. And I included a few different fights here. A couple Negotiator and a couple Malevolence, because the strategy is a little different. So, but it seems fairly consistent. I don't like showing you guys stuff that only works sometimes or has to be just right. There's the ultimate. And once that happens, then clears all your debuffs and puts healing immunity on everybody. And that's a good time to try to take out the Houndstooth. Because if the Houndstooth does go, it will get rid of that healing immunity or buff immunity. Most fights go pretty much like this. Sometimes you lose Poe's ship. That does happen from time to time, but still highly consistent. And I don't know how you guys feel about Negotiator mirror matches, but it's not fun. It doesn't seem fun at all. So we're about done with this one. The next match is another Negotiator against a full Relic 7 everything and all 6-dot mods. You can't do any better than this next fight right here in terms of gear levels. So here's what we're gonna do. Like I said, this is Relic 7 Ahsoka, all 6-dot mods, and your Poe's still gonna outspeed them. Get that big hit, try to get them in the yellow, get the breach going. They do the AoE, that's fine. Because right here, we're going to clear all the buffs with the second special ability. Now we can get rid of that. Go back after Jedi Knight Anakin. So I used the special there because we had foresight. Now we're going to bring in Raised Millennium Falcon. And we're going to use the second special, the third ability. That's foresight, another foresight. Every time we have foresight, we want to use a special ability if we can. That gets our ultimate off really fast. Now use the first special, the second ability on Houndstooth. Always do that. Big hit. Now do the AoE. That usually takes out Jedi Knight Anakin. Get some more breach going. Here comes their AoE. Their ultimate got off before ours. So there we do. There we go. We lost Poe. That's usually as bad as it gets. Now we have our ultimate. That's going to get rid of all our debuffs, put healing and buff immunity on all of them, and bring in a random reinforcement of our own. And I always try to go after Houndstooth as soon as possible while Houndstooth has that buff immunity, so you can actually kill it fairly easily. This is it. It's been highly consistent. I've tested it versus all different variations of the Negotiator lineups, and it's worked every time, regardless of Houndstooth in there or not. Now we're going to go after a Malevolence, and this is different. This is a completely different strategy. So we still want to use specials, so we got our big hit there. And now, use the first special, the second ability on Houndstooth. You don't want to clear the debuffs yet because we don't have them. We want to use that after we get the buzz droids spread. So Hyena goes, spreads those buzz droids. Now instead of bringing in a reinforcement like we always do against Negotiator, what we're going to do is skip that, get rid of the buzz droids. Now we're good. And we're going to keep trying to kill Sunfac here. Now when it comes up, then we'll bring in our Ray's Millennium Falcon and it'll be business as usual. But that opening is very important to this. Now we're going to bring in Ray's Millennium Falcon. We'll use the second special, the third ability, use the big hit. And that was a bit of a misplay. I should have hit Sunfac there. I forgot to toggle back. But it's kind of, we'll still pull it out just fine. Now I will say, this can get a little sketchy in the opening where they land the buzz droids on Houndstooth, and sometimes for whatever reason it's like you don't have enough protection up and it will actually do enough damage early to kill Houndstooth, and then you kind of lose. But it doesn't happen very often. So I was only using my Raddus against these Malevolence fleets. My buddy End All Be All, I'm sure you guys all know him, was kind of coaching me through it a few weeks ago, so I've been practicing a lot, and I decided yesterday that I wanted to see what it would do against Negotiator, and it might be way better against Negotiator than it is against Malevolence, and it's good. It's really good for both. I like it a lot, especially with the stupid openings from Negotiator mirror matches are just horrible sometimes, and I win almost all of those, but every once in a while, you'll lose your Jedi Knight Anakin before you move against some lineups, and it's just crazy. So that was that. We're going to do it again. Like I said, this video is a little redundant, but I want to show you the difference between, climbing against Negotiator and Malevolence. So we got our big hit. Second ability, the first special on Houndstooth there. Then get your breach out. These are the buzz droids I'm talking about. Every once in a while, they'll do a bunch of hits right here, and somehow it'll get you, even though my Houndstooth lived right there. Sometimes that'll get you. So now we're going to clear. We're not going to bring in a reinforcement and go back after Sunfac. In this one, MILF came in. That's fine. Once you get your ultimate off, these ships can't hide. Because when they die, they die. Now we're going to bring in Ray's Millennium Falcon. Maybe. And use the third ability, the second special. Then do another big hit. There goes Sunfac. Now right here, you see, I wasted that big hit, even though there's foresight, because that still reduces the cooldown of my ultimate. So we want to do that. Even if you know it's not going to land, do it. Because the faster you get your ultimate off, the easier this is going to be. A little AoE action. There's the ultimate. It's going to bring in... Now we got another AoE with a call to assist. We'll get out Hyena here. We can get rid of that. And you can see this is pretty decent banners too for GAC. So I fully intend to use this especially if someone sets Negotiator, I'll probably do this before I use it for Malevolence, I think. You know, I was counting on the Raddus just as a counter to Malevolence, but I think I like it even more against Negotiator. I've been testing it, like I said, the last couple days in Arena. I wasted a lot of crystals, and I think we got it. I think this is pretty much it. But like I said, it does need to be 7-star. So a lot of you guys are going to be getting it to 7-star. And once you do, then you can start doing this really consistently. Now we're back to a Negotiator fight. Big hit on Jedi Knight Anakin. Get some breach going. Here's the AoE. That's fine. You know, in a Negotiator mirror, they get the AoE before you do. You might be dead. But we're just going to clear all those buffs. That's where it's different. Now we're going to do that. Do another special while we got Foresight. Go over to Clone Sergeant, start working on him. Now we're going to bring in Rey's Millennium Falcon. Use the second special, the third ability, since we have Foresight. That'll count. Big hit. Got to use a basic there. Now we'll use the second ability, the first special on Houndstooth. Always use it on Houndstooth. Comes another reinforcement. They like to target Poe. But we're going to go after Jedi Knight Anakin. Big hit. Like I said, you do lose Poe once in a while. It seems like it's hard-coded to go after Poe. So if you can keep Houndstooth taunting, you'll be good to go and you won't lose a ship. But that's pretty much like I think the next fight here, I think I've got 1 or 2 more in my climb today, and where it gets a little rough. Now here, I decided to bring this one in. It might have been better to bring in Gauntlet Starfighter to heal up Poe a little bit, and has the clears all the debuffs. Now the ultimate got off here again, so I lost a ship. This looks a little scary, but as soon as we get our ultimate, that's where everything flips right here. And we get another random one of our ships in. It brings in Ebon Hawk. We're gonna try to get that buff there. We got it, the debuff. There we go. Houndstooth is out. We've got 5 ships, and theirs are dwindling. Not too shabby. I plan to keep using this to climb in Arena. Now, it's not going to hold on defense great because you do have to play it right, and the chances of the AI doing it just right are pretty slim. But I have heard of people struggling with it, especially if they don't know what they're doing to go against it. This is the last one, I think, to take first today. Yeah. So, same thing. This is a different lineup. This is 5s in the opening instead of snips. But you played out exactly the same. And I included, these last couple were a little sketchier than the first, but I included them because I wanted to show you that you still pull it out pretty darn decently. And also, for sure, don't try this for your first time in Grand Arena, then blame me when you lose. Practice, once you get your Raddus to 7-star, try climbing with it in Arena. Go back and watch, see the difference on what you do versus Malevolence and what you do versus Negotiator. And I promise you, if your ships are built up because you got a good resistance team, because you got, Galactic Legend Rey, I think you'll be good to go for the most part. We're going to use that first special, the second ability on Houndstooth, get the breach going. Here comes their Ahsoka. Not doing anything. Do the AoE. Get rid of the Jedi Knight Anakin. The AoE is nasty. This is it, guys. Not too shabby. So I wanted to show you a few fights of each and show you that while they're different strategies, they're exactly the same, irrelevant of the comp, especially against Negotiator. Now, I didn't include all my battles I did yesterday, where there was no Houndstooth, and it was one of the, BTL Y-Wing starting lineup with Rex and Jedi Knight Anakin, but it played out pretty much exactly the same way. You're going to get your opening hit, because Poe's always going to outspeed almost everything. I haven't found one thing that Poe didn't outspeed, and you're on your way. And then it's just a matter of knowing, how to clear the buffs against Negotiator, and waiting to clear the buffs and not calling a reinforcement against Malevolence. And that's really it, guys. And then just spam as many specials with the resistance ships as you can while they have Foresight. That'll decrease the cooldowns on the ultimate, and it's winner, winner, chicken dinner. So there you go. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. I look forward to your guys' comments. I hope it works out well for you too. And happy climbing.